In fact, what I'm going to teach here today is very similar with the class that I was taught there. The name of the class there is Computational Form and Process. Okay? The only difference there, it was at master degree, and the topic was quite really heavy. And also, this class is only 2 hours, right? There it was 3 hours nonstop. So I first start 1 hour with the idea, For example, I will jump and explain what is particle system, what is noise, and then the next 2 hours we will jumping into Touchdesigner without any introductions. So I was expect because they're master degree, right? So I expect them to kind of get information before they attend the class. But this class is a bit different. This is the first week lab with me, yeah? And over the next, I think, 8, because 9 is Christmas, yeah? 10, 11, 12 will be already, preparing for your final performance, yeah? So in this first class of lab 1, lab 2 basically, I mean lab 1 with Zheng and this is lab 2 with me, we will do kind of introduction what is Touchdesigner, okay? If you're curious about who am I, go to RMIT website, find me there, okay? And that's me, okay? Something very important, I also tell everybody, all my students also back in London, I've been doing this stuff for quite some time, okay? I've been doing Touchdesigner over the last 10 years. So don't get intimidated by the software. It took time, but I promise you after this class, you should have all, at least from fundamental up to advanced level of skills in digital art. At least interactive graphic, yeah? So please follow my Instagram. Why? Not because of the follower. I got already good follower, trust me. You see my follower, I'm bang there, yeah? But why follow my Instagram? Because all the digital artists nowadays, they all in my Instagram. Then I keep updated always, normally on my story. Except now my story is banbao, because banbao is my favorite food, honestly. When I was a little child, I'm Chinese Indonesian, so some food in Vietnam is very similar with our food back home there. So if you follow my Instagram, my name, all the digital artists, all the practitioner, researcher, also friends of Jay, colleague who's doing visual art, generative design, very similar like what I do, is always there. Then I update it regularly, yeah? So, who is familiar with Touchdesigner or never heard about Touchdesigner? Please raise your hand. Never heard Touchdesigner. No, never heard Touchdesigner. Have you seen? Okay, raise your hand if you never know what is Touchdesigner. Don't worry. That's why we are here now, right? So now, what I would like you to do, go to your computer. It's either your laptop, your own computer, or school computer, and try to open Touchdesigner. And if you're able to open Touchdesigner, I need to see one computer. Do you mind if I see yours computer? Do you mind if I touch it? It's okay, right?
Yeah.
Because I'm on Mac, I want to find it. Jay, can you help me to go to any computer and find how to deactivate the keys here? Yeah, you go to dialog. Everybody now go to dialog. For those who already managed to log into Touchdesigner without asking for username, yeah, only for those who managed to get in like me here. Okay, now go to keys. You already open it there. You can just close that one. Go to dialog, yes, and you see the key manager. Yeah, click the key manager. It's there. Okay, it's there. And click disable. I will also show you here. So it's on dialogs, key manager. Yeah? It's on the Touchdesigner. Okay, go to Key Manager. Can you see any disable? Can you see anything here? Nah? Nah? Ah, man, this is something that I am not expected. I thought that the uni already updated the license to all of you, but it seems that it's not updated. So I need to check, unfortunately, one by one. Who has access to Touchdesigner? Meaning, when you open, it's already open, not asking username and password. Please raise your hand. Everybody, it worked with you, yeah? Others, asking for username. How many computer asking for username? Please raise your hand. Yeah? Personal laptop, you can just download Touchdesigner and install yourself. Yeah, download it, then I will guide you together also with this. Okay, what I would like to do now, I would like to demonstrate together. So we learn together in case you would like to install in your own personal computer also. Yeah? So once you download the Touchdesigner, I will just repeat again, yeah? So normally, on school computer, when I open Touchdesigner, if I already have license registered, I'm also on non-commercial, I should immediately get this. Yeah? And for those who's not get this, can you close it and use it? Can you close it and use it? Can you close it and use it? Okay, no. Okay, that means we need to start the registration. Oh man, this is. We need to discuss it with the IT team later, okay? So here's the thing, guys. What I need you to do now, for those who are having this problem, not this one, dear. This one is touch player. We are designer, not player, okay? Okay, now let me guide you step by step. And for those who already work, it's okay, just follow this step. Make sure you understand, yeah? I will check my OBS. It's recording, right? Okay, it's recording. So our sister Jay also will go around and help you. And please raise your hand if you need our help. So if you are here at the moment, yeah, that means you need to register yourself, okay, into their official website. What you need to do is click this one, not register yet. When you click this, it should open the official Touchdesigner website here. I already have my account here, yeah? So there, you need to register yourself, your username. Use any email that you are comfortable. Me, I'm using my office email. Don't forget your password, okay? Follow the form, and when you finish, it will send you confirmation email. Okay? It work with you? Any problem? Do you mind if I see this? Do you want to allow this app to make changes of your device? Wait a moment, this is not what we are dealing for. Excuse me? Sorry. Oh no, what happened here? You don't need to download it, dear. It's here already. You see it? You don't need to download it. Oh, this is. Okay, Jay, we have a serious technical issue here. So some computer get permission issue. No, it's working there. You see it? Okay. Let's see. So let's see what we'll show you after this. Is it the registration or no? If the registration, please register yourself, filling the form. Once done, it should send you a confirmation email. Yeah, so you don't open there. That's the installer. Yeah. Okay? And okay, good. If you already managed to log in, register, confirm, open again Touchdesigner, fill with the username and password, and after that, click Create Keys. Congratulations, you're done. Okay? That seems you're okay and you're good to go. Yeah? So once you already registered yourself, like fill in blah, 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 blah. Normally, after that, you need to click Create Keys. I don't have it here because I already have the license. But if you already fill this username with your username and password, it should open another window and click Create Key. Yeah. Yeah, your username. Once you enter, Create Key. You see that? You click that one and downstairs Create Key. Congratulations. Yes. You good, yeah? Ah, it's good, you're good. You're good, you're good. Okay. Yes, you get the keys already, right? Successfully. Congratulations. Register. You need to.
I already have a key.
Then just close that one. You're good to go. You're good to go. You're good, yeah? Yeah, I check you around. We will go through all of this. Good. That's good. That's good. Everybody good. This one's good. You're good, I believe. Did you back to Touchdesigner? Click it. You need to fill your username and password there. Oh, there's already installed key here. You don't have to. Just close that. Try. Yeah, you're good. And you create keys. Yes. Oh, you're good, and then just close if it's there. This is interesting. I will tell you later what you did there. And I wouldn't tell you now. Okay, that's all good. That's all good. Everybody good? Woo! So, what is Touchdesigner? I believe some of you already Googling around. So, anybody know what is Touchdesigner now? Of course it's a software, but software for what? So once upon a time, when I was a student long time ago, it was 2008. In order to do anything interactive or anything in real time, visual or sound, we need to use programming language, literally. I assume on the year one, you learn a bit of JavaScript, right? Yeah? And it was crazy. Am I correct? Yeah, like, what is going on, right? So Touchdesigner is an interesting one. Why is interesting? It's not programming language, but it's a tools. Yeah, it's a tools where inside this Touchdesigner, you can do a lot of things. Even audio, but not really good. So inside Touchdesigner, you can do, normally we use Python, but I wouldn't really go into Python now. We just focus on Touchdesigner. And I believe you are familiar with this type of artwork is because it's all around internet and in a gallery. If you go vacation, like even if you landed in Singapore airport, yeah, they have now big giant of LED screen where they display this work. I always mistakenly mention his name. You know this guy, right? You've seen his work around, right? It's like all around social media and stuff, yeah? So I can guarantee at least 90%, 90% of digital art now, either in commercial, meaning for advertisement, for gallery industry, or purely artwork, it's all created with Touchdesigner. Okay? It may look very intimidating, because, it looks nice with the giant screen, all the visual, but trust me, we can easily do this at the end of this class. And of course also if you learn by yourself more, yeah? So, any question before I continue? Yeah? So, the first thing that I would like to show you, if we open Touchdesigner, look at this, what it says. FPS, what does that mean? So, that means? Exactly. Everything that we see here at the moment, it's running in real time 60 frames per second. So it's totally different than any other conventional software like Illustrator, Blender, or any type of Adobe. Why? Because most of the cases in those software, things need to be exported, right? In order to obtain the outcome. In Touchdesigner, of course, we can export as a movie, images, GIF, but what you see, what you do at the moment, will be processed in real time, which in this case, at the moment, it's 60 frames per second. Okay? Yeah? So, here in Touchdesigner, the first thing that I would like to show you, yeah, this is something, all these boxes, something we call operator. Yeah? So if you come to me and you have a question, then your question should be, hi teacher, hi Patrick, hi sir. What is this operator about? Okay? So every boxes we call operator. And since everything happening in real time, the next thing that I would like to show you is this. You see this one? All the numbers that keep running. You see that on the bottom of my screen? Yeah. That's something we call the timeline. And that's basically what you did there, if I'm not mistaken. You stopped the timeline, right? And to stop and start the timeline, you basically need to press space. So if you press your space, the timeline is stopped. So now what I would like to do, I will go to specific operator, then I make it large. You see that? It's always calculating now, right? Yeah? And you see why? Because the timeline is on. Okay? Now, if I stop the timeline, it's also stopped. But the timeline is stopped. You see that it's no longer on the play icon, it's on stop, right? But remember, everything's still calculating basically if you do this. So let's say if you're working on something in the future, then your Touchdesigner is very heavy, then you need to open any other software. When you stop this Touchdesigner, basically all the calculation behind still happening. So let's say if I play this timeline again, it's playback again, right? Now I would like you to see on top here, you see this? What it says? If I hover, if you hover your mouse there, what it says? That's the actual processing. If you click that, yeah, if you click that, it's also stop, right? Yeah? But you see on the bottom, on the icon play, it's still play, right? But if I stop the cooking, meaning all the calculation behind Touchdesigner on its operator is stop. Okay? Remember this. This is very important. I have also the video recorded. Okay? Any question before I continue? Good. Everybody still following me, right? Okay. Now let's go step by step. Now I will go back and play this. Turn on the cook. Let's say I move around, then I get lost. You know, I just go around and then and I get lost. If you get lost like this, what you need to do is press H on your keyboard. H. Yeah? So H is always center. H meaning center. Okay? If you get lost, H meaning center. Got it? Yeah? Okay? Still following me? Any issue there? No. I mean, this group is very smooth. Maybe it's 2 p.m. already, right? My first group, it was like 8 a.m. in the morning, so everybody was like, wake up and, hey, Touchdesigner! And they were like, okay, Touchdesigner. So, this group is really chill. Okay, now it's good. Now, what I would like to do, something very important. So, if you see this, if I click here, yeah, or if I click any other operator, yeah, you see on the right here, the window is changed, yeah? If I click here, it's changed. If I click here, it's changed. If I click here, it's changed, yeah? This is something we call parameter window. What is parameter window? So each operator has its own functionality, yeah? It's like the Photoshop. Let's say in Photoshop, if you're working on Photoshop, on the right one, you can find all the parameters, right? Like contrast, brightness, hue, whatever is it. It's on the right. It's very similar. So each operator here has their own functionality. Okay? And on the next few weeks, so week second, the third week, etc., we will focus to discuss each operator. Yeah? For example, this, okay, this is the purple one. This is something we call texture operator, or TOP. If you go to our canvas, it's on our second week. So next week, we will discuss about TOP, or texture operator. Okay? Anybody know what is the functionality of TOP? As the name suggests, texture operator. So texture operator, it's basically an operator in Touchdesigner that will handle any calculation or process with texture data. Texture data, in this case, a pixel, so it's a video, image, and any type of them. Got it? So here, what I would like to show you, if you click your operator here, yeah, click on the operator, and you right click, yeah, it will open another window option. But don't make mistake, yeah. Don't click on the network. This is the network. If you right click here, it will be different, yeah. So click on the operator, right click, and you will see there is a operator snippets. You see that? This one. Yeah. Can you find it? Click on it. Okay? Operator snippets is your friend. 100% your friend. Why? Because operator snippets will provide you with the example and explanation about the functionality of this operator and any other operator as well there. Right? You see that? Yeah? So if you're confused before you come to me and you need to immediately find the answer on how to use this operator, right click and go to the operator snippets. Okay? Understand? Yeah? Any question? Okay, now I will close the operator snippets. I go back here. Then which key should I press in order to go back to the middle? H, right? Now I'm go back to the middles. Now the question, how to add a new operator? Okay, to add a new operator, there are two ways. First, you can just double click. When you double click, left click double, or on Mac, just double click on your trackpad, it will open you this operator dialog. But my favorite way, it's basically to press tab on your keyboard. It's more fun. Yeah? Okay, now if you click tab on your keyboard, it will show you the dialog window again, right? You see that This is all the list of the operator. Of course, we are not going to use all of them, but you can see that, right? Yeah. Now, press tab again. If you press tab again, it will move to different operator. Yeah. Now with the green color. So different color indicate different functionality and different type of operator. Okay. What is the next one? Yeah. Then what is the next one? Nah, I have something different here. Okay. This is something called POP. I will make a demonstration about this now. So what is POP? POP, it's a new operator by Touchdesigner. At the moment, it's still on experimental version. You can download though in your personal computer, but not at the school one, because school one is you cannot really access to install any new software. But POP is very interesting. So it's a very interesting new operator. You want to know why? Because we can do any 3D process, but on his GPU directly. Anybody here understand what is GPU function in computer? Yes, to render visual. Okay, that means, I will show you. Then after this, very similar like what I did with the previous class, we will try to see how powerful is his GPU. So if I go here on my computer, so if I go here in my computer, on the week 5, when we discuss about POP, you will be able to do something like this. Experiment. Okay, and this is just the example. Yeah, and you see that? Yes, you should be able to create nice visual like this. And in any cases, as you can see here, the lighting, everything looks very realistic, right? And now, if you see this, it's all calculated on your GPU. So in any computer now, we can run this heavily calculated visual in real time directly on your computer, but using the GPU. Okay? However, on your computer at the moment, you also already have an object. Oh, why I close it? You already have an object that also can do 3D calculation. However, it's still running on the CPU. Now, in order to understand more about the difference with this, if I click tab again, you see this? We have the SOP, right? So now, let's try to see how powerful is our computer here in this class, okay? So now, go to SOP, yeah? Go to SOP and type sphere. You know, sphere, ball, yeah? Okay, now I have the sphere here, yeah? And just place anywhere, and make sure you are very organized with the location, so it's easy for you to see. Yeah, make sure this is like easy for you to see. Yeah, it's good, it's good. You get the sphere, right? You got it? Yes, you get a sphere. Okay, it's also a 3D operator that will calculate geometry data. Yeah? It calculates geometry data. However, this calculation is still running on a CPU. Okay? Now, what I would like you to do, go again and find another object still at SOP. Yeah, still at SOP. Yeah, still at SOP. But the name is particle. Nah, we get error. Right? Yeah? Or anybody don't get error. Everybody get error. Right? So, you know, what is very fundamental skills that you need to have when start working with creative coding? So we call it this method as a creative coding or creative computing. You need to understand your error. That's very important. Because if you understand your error, yeah, you can always know how to achieve your goal. Now, what we would like to do first, I will just zoom in, yeah, so we can see. If you click here, it will show you what is the error about. Come on, read it together. Not? Okay, that means this particle is required in exactly. Now, we need to connect the sphere to the particle. However, when you see the particle, it has many input, right? Yeah? And if you hover your mouse, basically it kind of like will show you what is the input about. For demonstration purposes, what I would like to do, you click here, you see. So in every operator, most of them, again, most of them, they should always have input on the left. Yeah? Input on the left and output on the right. Understand me? So now, what I would like to do, I will connect the output from the sphere, which I will click here. You see that? I will zoom in again so you can see. Yeah? I will drag this to the first input of particle. You see that? Yeah? Once I finish, I just release my mouse, and you should immediately see the particle generated. Yeah? It work on you? You can see that? It's a very tiny, though, very, very tiny small particle. You see that? Very, very tiny small particle. Yeah, this one, the output of this, you see this? Yeah, this one go to the first one here. No, you need to drag the cable here from this. Yeah. Yes. Yes. You see that? Yeah. You got it, right? You see that? It's immediately generated very small and tiny particle. You see that, but it's just very tiny. Ah, you know why? Yeah. You know why? You remember the first thing that I said? You didn't press.
Oh, I did. Okay. Oh, okay.
Remember, yeah, every calculation, every process in Touchdesigner happening in real time. Okay? You see that? The particle is try. Yes. See?
I don't see any.
You want to know why?
Oh, I didn't.
Yeah, you didn't press play. Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
Remember, yeah, everything in Touchdesigner happen in real time. Okay? If you don't play it, it won't play. It won't give you anything. Got it? Okay, before I continue, anybody ever heard about what is particle system? Yes? What is that? It's a bunch of particle, of course. But what is the common use of particle system, let's say in game? Rain, snow. Yes. So basically particle system is everywhere. It's kind of like the most common technique for visual effect, right? Like, for example, you would like to explode building. Yeah? The explosion is basically particle system, right? So this is your first particle system based on the sphere. Yeah? Now, as I mentioned before, every time you click different operator, it will open parameter window for you. Yeah? So now, click the particle window. Yeah? Go to particles here. Click the particles. You know, there are options here. State, forces, and particles. Yeah? Click particles and see how many birth rate there. 100. Yeah? Now try 1,000. Okay? And when it's 1000, see the frame rate. Still 60? Yeah? Let's go 3000. Let's go 3000. How many frame rate? 60. Go 10,000. We will try to crash the computer, okay? Okay, what is 10,000? Still 60? Okay, go to 500,000. 500 and then 000. 503 and 000. How strong is your computer? How many particles now?
A lot.
Enter. You haven't entered yet. Yes. See? Crash. Okay. 500,000. How many frame rate per second? Oh, really?
But it's not like.
No, this one is 5 million. Okay, now go to 1 million particle. 1 million. No. What is the maximum?
500 times 500,000.
What? This is how many?
500,000.
500,000 done, right? Yeah? Anybody reach 1 million? Can you reach, what is you're still at 100. But you didn't play this. You should play, yeah. It's done. You're done. The frame rate done. Okay, now look at me, yeah? Now look at me. I will demonstrate you the new operator, okay? So the new operator, I will just make a new operator here called POP, right? Yeah? Oh, that's yes. Computer crash here. Yes. Any other computer crash? No? Crash. Congratulations. Any other? Okay, now I will just demonstrate to you the POP, yeah? So guys, pay attention. This is the new operator, yeah? Also doing 3D data, yeah? So on the operator here, I will create something called point generator. Okay, now look on the right. By default, how many point? Numbers of point? 10,000. Okay, now I will open the viewer, but I will also explain to you how to do this viewer. But it's just for the purpose of demonstration and save time, I will just open. You see that? How many now? 10? 10,000, yeah? Now, I will just, what is the latest number you can go before crash? 500,000. I will go 500,000 here. 1, 2, 3, right? This is 500,000. Look at my frame rate. Okay? Okay? Yeah? It's big, it looks like sphere, but it's not sphere. It's just because so many points and they condensed and they very rapid to each other, it looks like sphere. So if I zoom in here, you see that? Yeah? Okay? Now I'm still at 500,000 and my frame rate still. Then I don't even plug any power source. I have Google Chrome open. Then I have another calculation there also opening, right? This is the power of graphic card. Okay? Very clear? Now I will go to 1 million. 1, 3, 1, 2, 3. This is 1 million particle. You see that? If I keep zooming, it's there. You got it? One thing very important I could tell you, this is kind of like a hint. If you go to my Instagram, I did some experiment of it. In fact, this is one of my research, my ongoing research. This is particle, yeah? And since in Touchdesigner, as I mentioned to you, we have different operator, okay? That means we can have image or video, yeah? Then we can change image that and then video to become exactly. Exactly. Then you can make kind of like holographic movie with that. But we will do it step by step. Okay? Any question? Now you understand why we should have the GPU later, right? Got it? Yes? Any question before I continue? All good? Okay. Now, what I would like to do now, I will delete this particle. I will delete the particle. The next thing that I would like to explain to you is the connection between operator. Yeah. So let's say I have this. I was deleted this, but I will just create again the sphere because it's easy to understand. You know, the sphere has the input here. Yeah. Any question? Jay will help. You see here, the sphere has an input, right? So this is a sphere, yeah, which is the SOP operator, and this one is the movie file in, which is the top operator, yeah? And if you see them, all this operator is basically connected through this cable, yeah? Am I correct? So in Touchdesigner, in order to connect between operator, you cannot connect to different operator. Understand me? So let's say if you have SOP and you want to connect them, you will only able to do the process with the same operator. Yeah? For example here, this is the output of my TOP, top operator. When I try to drag here like what we did before to the input of sphere, you see immediately the input is gone. You see that? Yeah. Because we cannot connect different operator. Why? Because it's different process. Each operator has their own functionality. For example, the TOP, the one on the bottom there, it's to do pixel calculation or texture calculation. SOP is doing 3D. They're not matched, right? They are two different data. However, on the later weeks, we can do something called cross operator. Okay, let me show you. Indeed, there are ways, to connect different operator, but it's not in a code like doing the same operator, but instead converting the data. For example, here, if you see here the sphere, yeah, this is the output. Yeah, okay. What I will do, I will right click on this and it immediately open the dialog window. Okay, if you do this, basically it will open directly to you the operator that you can connect with this. Yeah, right click. Yes, not that one because, sorry, I will help. You right click not here, but here. Okay, got it? So you need to right click exactly at the output of the operator, and it will show you this. So what I would like to do now, I will go to chop. Yeah, and you see, normally we should have like bunch of operator here, but now no, it's only two operator that's shown. Yeah, so what I will do, I will choose the SOP2. Okay, SOP2 meaning you would like to convert the geometry data to become chop data. I wouldn't go into detail what is chop because there is specific week that will discuss this. But chop operator, it's basically numerical number. But we wouldn't really go detail into it now. Okay, now I have the chop. Then if I click this, you see that? It's created a new operator, but when I click, there is no cable, right? Instead, there is a very, very small, tiny gray line. You see that? Okay, now what is this? Anybody can tell me? You see the name? It's a TX, TY, and TZ. Can you guess which data of this? based on its name. So the sphere is a 3D object, yeah? Then when I convert to chop, you can see immediately I have tx, ty, tz. Can you guess which data is this? Yeah, the thing. What is that, the thing? What is the name of the thing? See, now is the answer, but the thing. What is that? You're correct, though.
Coordinate.
Yes. So tx, ty, tz is the coordinate of the sphere here. Got it? So you can see that we can use combination of different operator in order to obtain the data, but not really do the process. Understand? Yes? Any question before I continue? All good? Confusion. Any confusion? No? Still good? Yeah? Well, we are right on time. This is actually what I would like to discuss on the first hour. Because on the next hour, I would like together with you trying to build your first 3D render. Okay? But I wouldn't really explain to you what everything is happening because we will discuss its operator on the following weeks. Got it? So now, basically we get almost all the fundamental idea of the operator. However, something very important. Now, look at me very, very careful because this is going to be your friend. So let's say here I have the sphere. Yeah? You see that? Now, if I go to the, let's say the radius. The radius is basically the scale or the size of my sphere. Yeah? Now, let's say I change this. I will just do it manually, okay? Let's say this one 0.1, and maybe y2, and maybe this one 0.5. Okay? So that means in this sphere, the parameter that changes is the radius. Okay? Okay, now like this. Touchdesigner have a very big community. You can follow the tutorial anywhere in the world, like YouTube, blah, 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 blah. But trust me, it's confusing because they don't explain this like you. They just jump and then do some bunch of crazy things. So let's say I send you a file, okay? I say like, hi students, I experiment at home, then I would like to send you this file. But when you see my operator, there's a lot of operator normally. And of course, you would like to know which parameter that has been changed on specific operator, okay? There is one very important feature. You see this one on the right corner of parameter window. If you click this, it will show you only the parameter that changes. You see that? Which in this case, only the radius. Got it? This is very, very important. So if you start collaborate working on your final project, sometimes it's tricky to tell which parameter you change to your friends, right? So in order to find it, click that one, and it will only show any value or any changes that has been done in this parameter. Got it? I think everyone, yeah, look at this, Jay. We are very fast here, like, ready? Really? All good? Yes? Wow, it's really cool, guys. Yeah, maybe it's in the afternoon already, so people don't get really shocked. When I was in the morning, I was like, jump, they just wake up in the morning, and Touchdesigner, everybody was shocked. Okay, so now, okay, so what I would like to do now, I will just delete everything. Okay, and then in order to delete everything on your keyboard, you can just Control A on Windows, and on Mac is the Command A. Yeah, on Mac is Command A, on Windows is Control A. Select all, delete everything. You start doing some experiment and you got the error. Next time when you don't delete, next time when you do this, try to read what is the problem. That's quite advanced one. We do later. Okay? Everybody good? Now I'm going to delete everything. And step by step, we try to do one 3D scene where we could manipulate the geometry and then have the output as video image or anything. Okay, any question before I continue? All good? Yeah, you got an empty? Okay, now everything is empty, right? Like empty, empty, nothing is there. Then I see already some of you get lost there. So, if you see here, yeah, on the top left corner, you can see this slash project. You see that? Slash project. Yeah. If you click the slash, it will give you 3 different options: local, perform, project 1, right? Because you just get lost, so I showed this. So project 1 is here. Project 1 is our current folder. So what happened in Touchdesigner, we kind of like working on different level. Okay, it's like you are on a different folder. At the moment, we are at project 1, I believe. So here, if I click local, yeah, you see what is that? So this is basically any technicality that happening. We don't need to care about this at the moment. That happening in order to run the project 1, which is our current environment or network. Okay? If you ever get lost here incidentally, yeah, what you need to do, you go here to the dash, and you see if I go to media, I get lost, right? Because it's just folder on top of folder on top of folder. If you ever get lost here, go here, click the slash, and go to project 1. Nah, that's a very interesting one. I'm about to go here basically. But I will go back to project 1. You see that? Yeah? Then if I click H, I'll be in the middle. Now I'm absolutely in the middle. Okay? Most of the time, you will do this mistake. Look at me. This is a very, very, very common mistake. Now, you know that with your mouse, with the scroll in the middle, you can zoom in and zoom out. Am I correct? Now, if I zoom out, you see, I'm zoom out now, yeah? Zoom out, zoom out, zoom out. I arrive into different level. Okay? I arrive into different level. This is not a mistake. It's just you are at the different level. Basically, we will use this later if we start doing the final of project, either performance or you need to do installation or anything. So if you are here, anybody know how to get back to our project 1? Double click. Who said double click? Yes. Say it loud. How? Yes, double click to the folder, project 1, and you are back. And sometimes when you are back to project 1, you can see I'm not in the middle, right? And just simply press H. I'm back in the middle. Get it? This is basically all the fundamental before we can start. Yeah? So now, what I would like to do, I would like to create a new operator. I will start by creating a 3D object. Okay? So how to create a new operator? I click tab. Yeah? Since this is 3D, I will go to shop. Yeah? Then, again, for demonstration purposes, it's always easy to use sphere. I go to sphere. Hiya. Okay, I go to sphere. Okay? Got it? Everybody get their own sphere. How to correctly pronounce it? Sphere, right? Sphere. Sphere. Sphere, yes, sphere. Whatever. Sphere, okay? Okay, now, this is very important. You need to do this. Now what I would like to do, you need to do this. Why? Not because I want you to do, because this will help you. 100%. Especially when the network become very, very, very big later. Now, when you start doing this, that means you start doing one process of geometry. Okay? Once you start something, you should immediately end with null. And this is applied to any operator, almost any operator. So now, what I would like to do, I will just right-click here again. It says that's my preference of working. You can do other methods, which is just tap and then connect. But this is my preference working. Then I go to null. Okay, then I will just make a nice distance. Remember, make a nice distance so you don't get squeezed by yourself, you know. Make a nice distance, then you get null. Yes, null. Anybody know what this null means? Yes, nothing. And indeed, it's nothing. Why? Because we would like to have one process start with the sphere, and this is the end. Understand me? Because in Touchdesigner, the process is start from the left to right. Always from left to right, left to right. And why we would like to have the null, so you don't get confused when the network is big. You know where it start, you know where it end. Understand me? Yeah? So now is interesting part. Once we have this null, you see we have the cable, yeah? And this is my personal preferences. You see that? The cable is not straight, right? I don't like it. I like a straight line. Why? Because, again, when the network becomes big, it's easy to see. How I do it, I press S. It has nothing to do with gender, but it's just easy to understand. Okay? 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 It's just easy to understand. Okay? Because back in London, they asked me, like, why S? Because you're straight. No, it's easy to see. Because if I open you my own project, it's like, whoa. Then otherwise, if I cannot really see the line, I get lost. Got it? Yes? Now, what I would like to do, if you hover your mouse on the cable, yeah, just right on the cable, if you right-click, it will give you 5 different options. Yeah? You see there is an insert operator, there is a add operator, there is a select sort. Of course, select sort is easy to understand. It will select where does it start. Yeah? And select destination, it will show you where is this end. And of course, disconnect to just disconnect. Okay? But what is very important to focus is the insert and add. Okay? Insert meaning we would like to add operator within this line. Yeah? Add operator, we would like to add operator connected with this, but not within the line. Got it? Now, let's try first with insert operator. If you click insert operator, it will open again the dialog window. Yeah? Open the dialog window. Now, let's go to noise. Not that. You click the add operator. We would like to do the insert operator. Did you find noise? Yeah? Find noise? Yeah? So if I add noise here, you see immediately what happened. Again, noise, it's something very interesting and indeed require time a bit to explain. I wouldn't explain what is noise now. We just try the noise, then it looks fun. Right? It looks fun because we can immediately manipulate the geometry. That's nice. So what happened here, the noise, what happened with the noise is, noise in sub operator receive the input from any geometry data. Yeah? And what the noise does here, it's calculate the point location. That's why you can see the sphere now become distorted. Okay? Any question, any error before I continue? All good? Yeah, this class is smooth. I'm serious, man. Yeah, right, Jay? This class is smooth. This class is smooth. Good. Okay, now what I would like to do, I would like to add another operator here, insert operator, then I will call something transform. So what is transform? As the name suggests, and if you see here on the parameter window, it's to transform the geometry. Change the scale, change the coordinate. You can see that, right? There is a scale, there is a rotation, there is everything. Don't play around with that yet. We will play around together. Okay? Yeah? Anybody got error? All good, yeah? Still good, yeah? Okay, now it's very important part. You good? Every good? Let me go around and see first. Sleepy, sleepy? No, yeah? I got my coffee already, like very strong coffee. Good. Good, 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 good. Everybody good. Wow, this class is very smooth, man. I'm very surprised. Hopefully next week also, yeah? They are okay, but maybe it's early in the morning. It was like 8 in the morning, like they arrive and then Touchdesigner, you know? Okay? Okay, now we go to the null at the end of our geometry process. Yeah? Okay, guys, listen to me. Sometimes, again, this is personal way of working. You can change the name of the null. For example, this you can change like whatever, ball or sphere or first geo, but by default it's always null, yeah? And now what I would like to do, I would like to right click here at the outlet of this operator, yeah? Then I go to com, yeah? Just click com first. Now I have question. I believe most of you already use Blender, yeah? So you understand what is 3D scene. Yeah? And what is the fundamental object in order to create a 3D scene? Physics is the physics engine. If you want to create the game engine, then you use the physics engine. In order something be called 3D, light. Okay, what else? Camera. Okay, what else? Exactly. Who said geometry? Who said that? You said geometry. Yes, geometry. Why? Because now we need to find geo object here or geometry object here. Okay? Bang. Wow. Got it? However, there is a very interesting fact that I would like to show you. Can you make geometry object without connected to the shop? Try. Go to com, click geometry again, and just click here. Yes, you can. And then why I need to make all the process here? Why? Anybody know why? Because I would like to create our customized geometry. Of course, this is just different way of working. Of course, you can create the geo object and you can go inside that. If you double click now on your second geometry object, you can get inside there and it will show you another geometry operator, which is SOP, right? So this is just another way, another method of working with Touchdesigner. Okay, and then of course in order to get back, if you're already inside here, if you want to get back, just zoom out. Yeah, just zoom out, then you will get back here. Okay, another thing that I would like to tell you, very important, if you create operator, any operator in Touchdesigner, but they are the same type of operator, Touchdesigner will automatically name with the index number. So if you see here, I already create a geometry object, right? And now the name of that is Geo1, right? when I start make a new shape operator, which is com operator geometry, you see what it says? Okay, so that means if I create another geometry com, it will automatically name geo. Exactly. That's very useful so you don't get confused with the bunch of them. Got it? Okay, the next thing that I would like to do, at the end of this process, either you work with Illustrator, Photoshop, Blender, except with 3D printer. Yeah, 3D printer is different case because 3D printer will let you immediately print a 3D object. Yeah? We basically need to render this to become texture again, right? To become image, video, whatever is it, right? So that means we need a render object. Yeah? In which operator can I find render? In which operator can I find the render? Exactly. Why top? Because the render output is texture or pixel data. Okay? And top is texture, which in this case a pixel data. So if I go to top here, then I find render, then I click render. You see what happened? I get another warning. And of course, as a good creative coder, creative technologist, let's click on the warning there. What is the warning says? Exactly. This is my question before. In order to create a 3D scene, we need all the fundamental elements. 3D scenes is basically a way of computer graphic technology try to emulate, our environment here, right? So what I need to do now? Yeah? No. Why? Because I need to make null at the end of render, right? Null at the end of render. Because render is our new render texture operator. That means it's a new process. Then we always need to end with exactly. Yeah, you get the null. And once you get the null, you see the way I make this network. Try to make it tidy like this. So it's easy for you to see. Make sure you have like a good distance between operator. So it's easy to organize and to identify. Yeah? So if I click tab here, then I go back to com, then I need to find camera. Right? And if I click the camera, I just put it here. You can see immediately it is connected with the render. I will just delete my second geo here. So I have the camera, but again, if you see the render, it looks dark. Yeah. And now I would like to introduce you on how we can see the viewer in Touchdesigner. By default, that I believe right now, most of you just zoom in like this, right, to see. Right? Am I correct? There is another way, actually. Okay? There is another way. So, some of you, I see, are curious whether you need to connect this com to render with cable like this. No, you don't have to. No, you don't have to. It will automatically connect it like this. Yeah? Okay? So now, what I would like to show you, let's say I click on null here. If I would like to see the output, now we simply only need to zoom in, right? It's not really appropriate. So the first method, if you are right-click, again, right-click not on the network, but right-click on top of the operator. Yeah? You can see there are many options. If you click view, it will open you a separate window. And if it still look dark like this, no problem, because it's still dark. Yeah, right click on it, on top of the operator, and click view. Down, down, no. Click, yes, I mean in every, but just try from here. Yes, okay?
Does it show anything?
Yeah, let me check, yeah. Let me help your girlfriend. The camera. Not the camera. Yeah, the camera. You haven't put the camera. Did I put the camera? Just one moment. Yeah, I have my camera there. You need to add the camera. Go to the tab. Com. Yes, camera. You see that? Okay? Everybody good? Yeah? Any issue? But you know, if you don't like separate window like this, yeah? If you don't like separate window, of course you can make this smaller, you know. You can make this smaller, yeah? However, there is another way. And honestly, I don't like this. Why I don't like this? Let me explain to you. So if you see this null, yeah, if you see this null, yeah, you go to the right corner here, there is a very small blue, kind of like gray blue, is display. Click on it. See? It will appear behind you, right? However, honestly, I'm not a big fan of this. Why I'm not a big fan of this? Let's say I will have like very big Touchdesigner file. Then I need to help you to see one by one what is the problem. Then just imagine you have a very big network like this, and behind it I need to see also another visual. I get confused. But again, it's me personally. So what is my best method on doing this? Now, look at me very careful, because this is very tiny. Okay? Look at me, please look at me. This is because it's very tiny. If you see here my mouse, you see that the one on the left? The one on the left that has these two square box that divided, you see that? Yeah? Click on that. If you click on that, it will divide your window. Yeah? Okay, it's divide your window, it's divide your window, it's divide your window, right? Yes, that one. It's very tiny indeed. You see that one? My mouse pointer, click on it. It's very tiny though, so, okay? Got it? Yeah. So here, this is one of the feature where you can divide your network. This is very useful, particularly if you don't have secondary monitor, you know. And the good thing with this, if you see this, I hover my mouse, then I can change the scale. I will just make this a bit toward the right, maybe like this, okay? Now, you see that this is basically just a duplicate, yeah? The duplicate of my left window. So if you see here, there is a triangle arrow that facing down. If I click on it, this is different type of viewer you can choose. At the moment, it's just the network editor. For the purpose of this, class, I will choose top viewer. When I click top viewer, it's gone nothing, right? Like gone nothing. Don't worry. So what you need to do? Click the null, yeah. Click the null, and you remember I told you the display, yeah. This display. Okay. Click on it. When you click on it, you can immediately see on my second window, it shows the null, right? However, we have an issue here. It's also duplicate here in the first window. So what we need to do now, I need to make this disappear from the first window. Anybody have a problem? Yes, that one, and go to top viewer, yes. You good? Yes. Top viewer, and go to the null. You already going all around. Let me help if you don't mind. Yes. Go to, yes, and click display. Yes. Okay, that's good. You're there, you're very fast. That's good, good. Click the display. Yes. No, this one, yes. No, the other one. Yes. Okay, display, display, all good. You good? Yes, you're good. You guys good here, yeah? It's really cool. But you haven't defined your window. Oh, you get something else there. Okay, so what we need to do now, I will go here on my network. Now on my network, not on my operator. On the network editor here, I will right click. Yeah, I will right click. Then I will go, where is it? Display. You see that one? Then on the left of display, I will uncheck the backdrop top. Then when I uncheck the backdrop top, I will only have the viewer on my second window. Okay? Any question before I continue? No? All good? You good, right? Man, very fast. This is more students, but everybody seems okay. Okay, now the question which your friend here already answered. Why it's dark? Because I don't have the, okay, add light. Try to add light. Try to add the light. Now I have my light.
Have to set the 3D view like your
Huh? What do you mean?
like the jail one, yours in 3D view.
I also don't know. Maybe that's the new, because I have the experimental one. But there's no different. I mean, like, there's no different. Nah, I think there's no different, I guess. Yes. It's no different. It's just the same. Okay? So now you get, okay, now who still have two different geometry in their network? Because you have two different geometry, right? You have the, yeah, I mean, you can just. So render object will automatically detect any geo and light and camera object. We will go into detail that later, but it's just the purpose of demonstration. Now, if you see on your, who got a problem? You good, yeah? Good. Here, this part is good. This part is good. Now, very interesting one. What is the background color of your render? Transparent, right? Now we need to work on this. So the first thing that we need to do, we go to dialog. Yep. Wait. Yeah, you need to go to dialog and find preferences. Can you find it there? Sorry, edit. Sorry, I am on Mac. My bad. Okay, now if you are on preferences like this, go to TOP there. You see that? Click on the TOP. And you see viewer background. I believe yours is still the checkboard, right? Change to black. And save. Okay, now your background basically still no color, but it's just we changes to black. Okay. Now let's try to change the background. So on the null here, sorry, on the top here after the render, in our render network, I will right click. You get problem?
Because one doesn't have preferences.
Yes, you go to, okay, Mac. See? Mac. Go to Touchdesigner. Setting. It's preferences. It's just the Mac thing. Ah, man, confusing. Okay? For those who are on Mac, if you cannot find preferences, go to the Touchdesigner on your toolbar and find setting. Got it? Okay, now on the render network, right click on the render network, yeah. Then I would like to insert an operator, okay, and this operator called transform. Now I have question to all of you. If you see when I click the transform, I clicked already, but my parameter window is gone. How can I get it back? You know, normally when you click the operator in your computer, it will show the parameter window on the right, right? Mine is gone. How can I get it back? Smart. You read it manual, are you? You need to press P on your keyboard. Okay? P, then now I have all the functionality of this transform. But what we would like to focus now, only for this purpose of demonstration of the class, you see that the background color is black already. Okay? I wouldn't really go in detail like why it's 0, 0, 0 and blah, blah, blah. But now I would like you to focus on this. Pre-multiply by the RGB apply. I will off this one. And I will turn on com over background color. But it's still black because it's already black, right? But if you click here, the black color box, it will open the color palette. Then you can change to any color you want. Okay, we haven't done yet. Why we haven't done yet? Because in 3D object, normally we have a texture, right? We have the material that we embedded into the model as a texture, right? But some of you already did it. This guy here already have a purple, you changed the light. That's cheating. It's not what I would like to do. Someone, that's really good though. He already explored. So I have your friend there. What he's doing, he's going to the light, yeah? And on the light here, he go to the light color, and he changed the light color to become purple, right? Yeah? But this is not what I would like to do. I would like to change the texture on the geometry. But it's really good though. You explore already the light. So what I would like to do now, I will just make this one a bit smaller. Then I go to tab. Yeah, I go to tab again. Then I will go to matte, the yellow one. Okay? And now what you need to do on the yellow one, which is matte or material operator, try to find the only Vietnamese word there. Yes. Do you know him? I'm serious. I'm deadly serious about this. Do you know him? No? Yes, you read story about him, don't you?
But I don't really remember what the
So
story about.
he's the most respected computer graphic scientist in the world. Yes, Vietnamese. So the method, so he's one of the guy that invented a new method on how to embed that material into the geometry. And the name of the method that he invented, he called it with his last name. Woo! You see that? This is his last name, okay? So now, since we are in Vietnam, choose that one. Okay? Okay, oh yeah, help me. How should I pronounce this? Pham. Pham. Yeah. Let's go with Uncle Pham. Okay? Go to Pham. Yeah? And as usual, at the end of the Pham, we should have null. Yeah? Go again to the Pham, to the family. You know, family. We go family to Pham. You know? Go to null. Okay? So we have the Pham, then we have the null. Right? All good? Okay, now what I would like to do, I would like to create a movie in top. Can you do that without me showing you? Okay? I would like to make texture operator. Texture operator, the name of the operator is movie in. Yes. Try to make it. Make a new operator, top operator. The name of the operator is movie in. Yeah, you did it there. You did it there. You did it there. And of course, after the movie in, you should have what object at the end? Yes. Okay? Now you need to find the movie in object on the top family. Yeah? Go to tab and go to top. Yeah? Normally you can find manually, but what I normally do, which is easy, you see here there is a search bar, then I just type, then it will highlight to you. Don't make mistake, there are two similar operator here, movie file in and movie file out. We will deal with movie file out next week, where we focus on top. Movie file out is where you want to render as a video, as an image, as a GIF, as anything. But at the moment, we would like to use the movie file in. Okay, then you should get the banana. Banana, it's the icon of Touchdesigner. Yeah, it's just there, the banana. Okay, you know, like chicken, banana. Yeah. So yeah, that's how I teach my son. You know, my son is still very young. Okay, so if you are right-click here on the movie file in, go to null again. Yeah, I will just move them to make space. Okay, and the next thing that you need to do, once you have the null from the movie file in, the banana, now I would like you to do by yourself. So you click on the null of the banana, you click the banana, the null banana, drag into the Uncle Pham. Not make the cable, but drag the null into the Pham. And when you did it, it should show a new options. Let me show you what it will do. So if I do this, it will open a lot of options here. Yeah? If it looks like this, if no, then it's not right. So again, this is the null from the banana. This is the form, right? Drag this null into the form. Yeah? You're good, right? You good? Then what you need to choose color map. Okay? And now the form should look like this now. Yeah? Now the next thing that you need to do, the null of the math from the form, you need to drag this null into the geo one. To the geometry. And choose material. Exactly. You see that? Now we apply. You got error there. Don't worry, I'm coming. No, you don't do that. You drag that. Click, drag. Yes. 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 Exactly. I'm so proud of you. Yes. But why the color is purple?
I chose.
Yes, the light, from the light color, right? It's okay. That's awesome, though. Okay? You all get it? Yeah? So basically, we try to implement the banana texture into the sphere. Now, it's an interesting part. Now, this is a very interesting part, ladies and gentlemen. So if you go to movie file in operator here, yeah, as I mentioned before, this movie file in, it's basically your friend in order to get any image, video, movie, anything related with texture into Touchdesigner. So by default, if you see the parameter window here, the first one is file path. Yeah? You see here the plus button. Yeah? If you click this plus button, by default, it will open the Touchdesigner folder for their map or their image file. Okay? So that means anything with this format, for example, I would like to change this to the butterfly in order to implement the butterfly into the sphere. Can I do this? Yes. Now I have a butterfly. Right? Okay? Now, let's say I would like to use a movie. Can I use a movie file? Yeah? Yes. So if I go to the down here, if I go to nature, this is the nature folder. The nature folder is basically a movie. So if I click here, right? So let's say you don't like the noise because it's distorted the sphere too much. What you need to do is go to your noise. Yeah, go to your noise sock. And you see there is an amplitude there. I wouldn't really explain what is amplitude, etc., etc. At the moment, amplitude is 1, right? If you put the value smaller, let's say, then the other way around, if you put this one bigger, it will distort the geometry more. Got it? Okay, any question? You know, we're kind of like early. We still got 20 minutes. Don't worry, I still have other things. Okay, any question? No, it's all good? Yeah, so now, what I would like to do, let's explore another possibility in Touchdesigner. Since we can use any texture data to become the material for geometry, now let's get something from internet. And now I believe what in your mind, the first we need to open the browser. Yeah? No. If you go here, you see this? Open palette. Click the open palette and click tools. Yeah, click tools. Yeah. If you go down toward the end, if you go down toward the end, you see that, what is it called? Yes. Drag it into your network. Click and drag into your network like this. You know what is this? This is a fully functioning web browser inside Touchdesigner. Like web browser. You know, like Google Chrome inside Touchdesigner. Okay? There's still a lot of crazy feature that we can do here. So if you see this, yeah, I will just again close my palette, okay? Because I don't need it now. Yeah? I close my palette. Then you see we have this web browser. Yeah? To prove to you this is web browser, what I would like to do, I will right click and open the viewer. Okay? It's a web browser. Yeah? And now what I would like to do, I will just copy the URL of my profile. Okay? If you see the web browser palette, the web browser parameter window, you see the first one is the address URL, right? I will just copy paste my URL here of my profile. Then so basically you can cheating. In any Touchdesigner class, you just pretend you open Touchdesigner, but basically you open the browser. That can also, but I will know. Okay, now I open browser, right? Yeah. So what I would like to do, basically, it will be awesome if I go to YouTube. Yeah. I go to YouTube. And maybe I will find Ryuji Keda. I will get this Ryuji Keda. Then I go back to Touchdesigner. You see that once I enter, it refreshes. And this is basically literally.
When you think about the universe,
right?
It's too big, too large, beyond your imagination. But everybody knows this exists.
Yeah, it's a fully functional browser. Right? So I will just close this viewer because what I would like to do next, I will close also the parameter window, yeah, because my screen is very small.
It's essentially two projections which show macro
now I will make
and
this
micro.
bigger.
The universe
bigger.
exploded, and the universe as small as it can get.
Has no input. You see that? Browser has
Try
no
to
input.
mapping the
Why?
whole
Because it's
universe.
just a browser.
This is kind of
You don't
crazy
need any
idea,
input
but
there.
if you
Yes,
even
you can also
feel
play back the
slightly
sound, basically.
that vastness
So
of
it's
this universe,
100%
everything,
fully functional browser.
you will probably feel kind of awe,
It's 100%
sublime,
so
awe-inspiring.
At the end of the browser, well, you know, basically at the end of my class, you can do something. Show you how. It's very easy.
Well,
Now,
Ryoji is an artist
when I was
that likes you
student,
to
in order
experience
do
his
performance
work.
like this, man, you need
He
to
doesn't
understand C++,
want to
C++,
explain it to you.
Java, C++,
And so-
So I'm
Nowadays,
doing my
just
best.
Touchdesigner. So now you have this, yeah? Then there are 3 different outputs. Yeah?
I'm more like a
What is
composer.
the output?
I love to compose something.
Green.
I love to compose
It's the top
light,
output. We won't
colors,
discuss it now.
and
We will
lines,
discuss on the
dots, and
13th.
numbers.
What we will discuss
So
next
the
week
composition is
those
kind
two
of key.
first outputs.
So my visual
The first
art
one
piece is
and the second one.
pure
So
composition.
every
I use
color
my
also
palette,
refer to the
mathematical
functionality
things,
of the
physical
operator.
things,
Yeah?
quantum mechanical.
So now,
So this is my
if you
colors.
hover also on top of
What
the output,
Ryoji does
it will
in
show
all
you
of
its
his work
functionality.
is
For
really
example, the
try and
first
make
one
elements
is
of
the
the
web page
unknowable of our
texture,
universe
meaning all of
visual.
them.
And also
Yeah?
oral, because he's
I
a
don't want to
composer
have
and a
it. What I
musician,
would
so
like
it's
to
really
have
the
is the second
bringing
one.
together of the visual and the oral
see
that
the
makes it
second one here,
a fully
what it
immersive
says?
installation that
Crop.
actually makes you think
I only want
about
to get, like, the
those
crop
unknowable
one,
things in our universe
like
in a
the
completely
entire
different way.
Got it? So I will just right click here. Then I will find no.
Ryoji did a residency at CERN in Switzerland,
I
and that's
will
when he
find-
started to
No, I will
explore
just organize
the
my
ideas
network
within this
because it's
work.
a bit messy. Just give me time a bit. It's a bit messy here.
I don't want to emphasize that the computer or mathematics, no.
So I
It's
have
just
my node.
experience. Yeah.
Okay.
The expression is a little bit abstract.
Now what I need to do,
Because,
I need to find a way
you need
on
some
how
mystery,
I can
you know.
add this Ryuji Ikeda performance.
You are watching something, but your
become
brain
my
cannot handle. This
texture,
is interesting.
right? So here we
I
already
like this
have
kind of
the
state of
network
mind,
our
and
original material.
there's no really
Right?
answer.
However, there is
He's very
already
much always at
movie
the
file.
extreme,
Is
and I
there
think
any way
it
to
is quite,
switch
you know,
between,
an extreme
POP?
experience in this work,
We will discuss
but it's
this
also
later next week. But the
quite
answer
meditative
is,
as well. Even though it's very
if you
technical and
right-click
very
here,
mathematical, I think
you see
it gives
there is
space
a
for
insert
reflection.
operator,
I
like
don't
usual.
want to think
I
about the
click
emotion
this and
for the
find
audience,
something
because you know, if you think about the emotion, you try to control, or you try
Again,
to
yeah,
give up.
I wouldn't really go into detail like
Anyway,
why switch
We have always
number
emotion.
one
So
is
through the
zero. I wouldn't
artworks,
go
I
detail
don't
into
want
that. We will
to
discuss
force the
next
direction of the emotion.
Okay?
Sad
So,
or
as you might
joy or
think,
no.
what
Just
I
I
will
do my job, and
I will
then
take
let's see.
now the output of this null and
I think
connect
he's
also
just
to the
an
switch.
extraordinary artist, working in a scale
see
that not many
By
other artists are
default,
working, but also
now the
working
switch
with
has
concepts
two
that are
inputs.
very
First
difficult
is
and
from the
interesting and
original movie
important,
file in.
but the way that he
Second one is
visualizes
from our
them
web
into
browser.
his work make those ideas quite accessible.
Yeah. Now, if you click
There's
the
no
switch, it will
perfect
open the
idea
parameter
about the piece. I do my best,
Yeah.
then people join,
and you can
and
see
then we
at the
enjoy
moment,
everything.
the index is
I make half of
Zero.
the piece, and people
I
complete
wouldn't explain
the
why
the another half.
first
If
index
I
is
don't
zero.
have
I mean,
any
like,
audience,
we know that the
this
first
is
one should be
nothing.
1, right? But here it's 0.
Really, I
wouldn't
need
really
people.
go into detail on that.
like a concert, you know.
But
Without
if you change
audience,
this to become
it's
1,
nothing. So it's live.
which is now the input from our web browser, it will change to become Ryuji Ikeda. I will just
My work is
Hi,
easy
yeah.
because I use ClickUp. Here's how AI saves me hours every day. It automatically
You know,
prioritizes my
the thing
tasks.
is, I have a premium YouTube, but when I'm here,
This is a simulation of Pong, the iconic
what the
1970s
hell is this?
arcade game, where you use this paddle to stop this
Pause. Then I will have-
When you think about the universe, it's too big, too large, beyond your imagination. But everybody knows this exists.
Now I have the Ikeda texture on my geometry. You see that? Any question?
It's
problem
essentially two projections which show macro
You lost where?
and micro. The universe exploded,
So basically,
and
you need
the
to
universe
connect.
as
Let me
small
just
as it
close
can
this
get.
parameter. You You see, this is the null from my.
Try to mapping the whole universe. This is kind of crazy idea, but if you even feel slightly that vastness of this universe, everything, you will probably feel kind of awe, you know, sublime, awe-inspiring.
Well, Ryoji is an artist that likes you to experience his work. He doesn't want to explain it to you.
And so...
So I'm doing my best.
I'm more like a composer. I love to compose something. I love to compose light, the colors, and the line and the dots and numbers. So the composition is kind of key. So my visual art piece is pure composition. I use my palette, mathematical things, physical things, quantum mechanical. So this is my colors, you know.
What Ryoji does in all of his work is really try and make elements of the unknowable of our universe visual and also oral, because he's a composer and a musician, so it's really the bringing together of the visual and the oral that makes it a fully immersive installation that actually makes you think about those unknowable things in our universe in a completely different way.
What I would like to do to finish our class today, if I go to know
Ryoji did a residency at CERN in Switzerland, and that's when he started to explore the ideas within this work.
Light filter. So if I go to the insert operator again, you see it on top.
I don't want to emphasize that the computer or mathematics, no. It's just experience, yeah. The expression is a little bit abstract.
Yeah. If you
because you need some mystery, you know.
Then you go to the parameter.
You are watching something, but your brain cannot handle.
Normally, I
this
will
is
go to the pre-black level,
interesting.
Then I decrease a bit.
I like this kind of state of mind,
Then
and there's no really answer.
He's very much always at the extreme, and I think it is quite, you know, an extreme experience in this work, but it's also quite meditative as well. Even though it's very technical and very mathematical, I think it gives space for reflection.
Screen, right?
I don't want to think about the emotion for the audience, because you know, if you think about the emotion,
this is very important, yeah?
Try to control,
what you see at the
or
moment
we
is
try to
in
give
your
up.
Screen, right?
Anyway,
in
we have
digital
always
media,
emotion.
The
So through the
size of
artworks, I don't want to
really
force the
matters.
direction of the emotion.
Like really,
Sad
really
or
matters.
joy or
Why?
no.
Because
Just
it's
I
the
do my
way
job and
our
then let's see.
perception work. Okay? For example,
I think
now,
he's
if you see
just
that,
an
it's just a
extraordinary
pretty simple light.
artist
But
working
just imagine this,
in a
I
scale that
display
not many
this
other artists are
in
working,
our
but
big
also
giant
working
projector
with
downstairs.
concepts that are very
The
difficult
perception
and interesting
is
and
totally
important. But the
The
way that
lighting that you
he
absorb is
visualizes
totally
them
different.
into his
So
work
from now on, when you
make those
start
ideas
working on
quite
something we
accessible.
call screen-based like this, you should always have the imagination that how it will be
There's
displayed on the
no
final.
perfect idea
Understand
about
me?
the piece.
Yeah, for example,
I
like
do
this,
my
yeah,
best,
if you see,
then
if you
people
see her visual
join,
here,
and then we
looks like
enjoy
this, but
everything.
imagine if this one is displayed
I make
with
half of the
giant,
piece, and people complete
like you know,
the another
we have
half.
the river there in the
If
district
I
one,
don't
right?
have any audience,
Beside there,
this
there
is
is
nothing.
giant screen. Oh, it's different.
Really,
Why?
I need
Because it's
people.
perceptual.
like a concert, you know,
That's actually
without
how
audience,
we perceive.
it's nothing. So it's live.
And something to remember. Wow, this is cool. How did you get the laser? It's from the video. From the video.
How long
Yes.
before I see results with military training?
And at the
Day
moment,
3, your body will
remember,
hurt.
all the
Day 7, your eyes will
parameters
change.
of the
Day 28,
filter,
you will be
all the
unrecognizable. If you want to
parameters
look
of
strong,
changes between
go to the gym.
switch, yeah.
But if you want to be
It's
strong,
not automatically
do military
controlled.
workouts.
Let's
Yeah,
be
we
real.
need to do it. For example,
Most
for
guys
example,
over 40 go to the gym to look
Let
strong,
me show you
but they can't do
something.
10 push-ups.
that's not real
Uh,
strength.
It's also
That's
really
not real
different if you
training.
change between this, right?
You know what I mean, right?
But now,
Tomorrow
I
we are
haven't
starting a
really introduced you yet on
28-day
how
military workout
we can
challenge
use, for
for men
example,
who haven't
audio to
exercised
control it.
in years.
I haven't shown you yet
In 3
how
days,
to
you will feel more capable.
interactively
In 7
control
days,
the
your eyes will
camera
change.
movement,
In 28 days, you'll be
light,
unrecognizable.
or the
That's how
blinking.
military workouts
You
work.
know, that
You just
one is
have to
very
start.
interesting. You see that?
Click the link, start
You know what
training,
happened there?
and become a
They
real
just used
beast.
the Ryuji Ikeda video, right? Yeah, so this is basically original Ryuji Ikeda work. And now her work looks like Ryuji Ikeda.
If you want to learn
You see
how
that?
to master using
Yeah.
AI,
So
don't
indeed,
watch
it's very,
YouTube
very
videos.
powerful.
Why?
And
There's
if
too
you
much
ask me,
information
like,
online,
where-
and you'll
where
feel
people
overwhelmed,
use this
lost
at
on
the
where to
moment.
start, and get
I
stuck
have
in
a friend,
analysis paralysis.
beautiful
As a
woman,
result, you don't even
working
start,
at
and
Bentley,
eventually
you know,
you'll
the
get left
Bentley car.
behind. Do this instead
And
and finally
basically on
keep
the
up with
design
the rapid
department,
changes in the
they
AI
use
landscape.
this
Hi, I'm David
design
Sharp,
before it's
co-founder of
approved
ClickTech
inside the
Hub.
car.
Over the past 10 years, we've
Also
helped
in
more than
advertisement and of
50,000
course in art
entrepreneurs and
context.
professionals succeed online
That
through
color is
tailored
also necessary.
education
So indeed,
and cutting-edge
it's really
ad tech
depend on
solutions.
how
And now, we're running
you
the
want to achieve
30-day
it.
AI
How
Mastery
creative are
Challenge
you?
to help people like you to
Okay.
quickly learn how
That
to
one's
use
nice,
AI
butterfly.
so you don't become the next casualty in the
Yes.
great AI layoff. By the end of the
Yes,
challenge,
please.
you'll be able to get more
Excuse
work
me?
done in less time,
What is the
achieve
issue?
a better work-life balance, increase your earning
Yes.
potential, and gain a competitive edge,
Okay, this is something,
remaining
okay, guys,
relevant
something
and
very
future-proofing
important.
your
This is
job,
one
as well
last
as unlocking
trick. Very,
opportunities
very,
in your
very
profession
important.
or in your
Yeah?
business. And don't worry,
This is very,
it
very
doesn't
important.
matter
So,
if you only have a few
let's
hours a
say if I
week
go
or
to
only
my
10 minutes a
Bloom,
day. Our
then
lessons
I
have been
messed up.
purposely designed to be
Like I
bite-sized,
messed
so you
up
can learn
the
quickly
parameter.
at your own pace and implement
What should
right
I do?
away.
Should I
Also,
make a
after
new
helping
one? No.
tens of thousands of
Right-click
people,
on it.
we understand that everyone is
And
different.
you
This
see
is why
there
we
is
provide a
something
customized
called
plan for the
reset
challenge
all
to ensure the
parameter.
right fit for each person's learning needs and their schedule,
That one is
setting
awesome.
them
You
up for
see that?
success.
Because he
To do
uses
this,
Ryuji
we've
Ikeda
created a
video.
2-minute quiz to
Then
help
now her
you
work
find the
it look
right
like
plan.
Ryuji
As you
Ikeda.
might have seen in the news, AI has already caused massive
Actually,
layoffs
I will
because it's
teach the
fundamentally
class on
changing how
DM
businesses operate. The longer you wait,
DMS1.
the higher the chances of you becoming obsolete
DMS1,
and getting
but I
laid off.
wouldn't really
But
use
if you
it
start on the
Touchdesigner yet, but
30-day
I
AI
will
Mastery
explain
Challenge
about
now,
pattern.
you'll learn
Because if
about
you
a
see
new
that
AI
Ryuji
tool
Ikeda
every
there,
single day
like
and
what
how
she
to
choose,
apply it
it's basically
immediately.
pattern
After completing the
changes
challenge,
over time with
you would have
audio.
discovered 30
So if
new
you
AI
click this,
tools and
and then
incorporated
my
them into your
Bloom
daily
will be
life.
back to
By
normal.
acquiring AI
So
skills
now,
that are in
if you
demand, you'll become
if
more
you,
valuable, which enhances
click
your
Bloom,
job security and it increases your earning
set,
potential.
and then the issue
Plus, just imagine completing months of work
Right
in just
is
minutes.
right.
You'll be able to accomplish so much more whilst freeing up time for other important things in life,
So what is your
like
issue?
spending more
What
time
do you
with your
want
loved
to tell me?
ones. But before you start on your AI journey, you should take our 2-minute quiz first to customize a plan for you. Just click the link below this video to take the short quiz and find the right AI Mastery Challenge plan for you. If you've been thinking about learning AI, but you feel overwhelmed or you've been procrastinating, then now is the best time for you to start. Just click on the link below this video to take the short quiz and find the right AI Mastery Challenge plan for you.
Increase, yeah, it's getting darker, and darker, right? That's why in my case there, in order for me to get brighter, I actually decrease the value. Yeah, and then in my case, why? Because my background is already kind of like gray. So indeed, when you decrease this value, it's getting brighter. Because basically you begin to remove the black color. You understand me? But one thing very interesting here, if you increase this, basically you need to care here. You see? This is the intensity of the light. The intensity of the light that you want. If I increase the, you see that? It's getting very, very bright. Because the intensity of the okay? Which answer your question. Yeah? And also, this is very important. This is the pressure of the light. This is how sensitive the battery is. This is not that, it's not that dish, right? See, you see that? You need to play around it, okay? Okay, the last thing to close, how to save the file. How to save the file. This is very important and this is very useful in Touchdesigner as well. Now, of course, on Windows is Control S, right? On Mac is Command S, yeah? But what I would like you to do, go to save and make a new folder, I don't know, but I will also upload this, yeah, to our, I will also upload this to our Canvas later, and also the recording of this class, yeah? So if I go down, I go to my teaching RMIT DMS3 in class, then I will call this group 2, yeah? Okay, now when I save, look at this, on top of my toolbar, it says group 2, right? Now this is very important, and this is only with Touchdesigner. Let's say I open this, yeah? I open this, then I start doing all the crazy shit in the computer, you know? Then I get lost, yeah? But every time you open, just make it save. When I begin to save, it will create the index number. You see that? Now it's become 2.1. Yeah? And every time I save, now if I save again, it's become 2.2, 2.3, 2.4, 2.5. Okay? That means you always have the backup of your original file. Got it? Any question? You know, it's funny because it seems like very easy with you, this Touchdesigner, are you? And I'm genuinely asking, is this too easy for you? Sure? From 1 to 10, which level is this? 9. I'm serious, because you know, right, Jay? They kind of like okay with this. From 1 to 10, how difficult is this? 12? But you did it, guys. I mean, like, you at the end of the class, you managed to create the file. In other classes, in my experience, sometimes they didn't. They have no idea what's going on. They get lost. So this one is okay, right? Because if this one is okay, next week I can jump into more advanced topic, and we can make more crazy visual. So from 1 to 10, this one is 6. Wow. 5, 20, 5, 6, yeah. Man, it's awesome. Okay, I think that's all for me. Thank you very much for coming. And for those who haven't do the attendance, come here.